Um, Hello, FB and YouTubers, gamers and gamettes, dudes and dudettes all out there, all Poke fans like me. I might just unlocked the mystery of Red and Ash Ketchum. Maybe I've actually seen a part of the movie where that Red actually used the Keystone to Mega Evolve his Charizard into Mega Charizard X. In other words, Red must have traveled back in time to see Ash Ketchum and to battle him, which makes perfect sense why Red didn't want to use his Mega Evolution, because there was no such thing as Mega Evolution back in Pokemon Yellow. So, in conclusion, Red could either be the son of Ash Ketchum, but something must have happened to Ash Ketchum himself as he was going on a journey to probably go do more gym battles, even though he's an adult now. So, again, in conclusion, Red must have went back in time by the legendary Pokemon itself, Celebi, as we all know is a time-traveling legendary Pokemon. Pretty cool that it's also psychic and grass type, which makes sense. Psychic, grass, pretty much is what time is. A psychic and natural disorder, order. So that makes perfect sense. Having Celebi being a grass and psychic type and a legendary Pokemon at that too. Perfect sense because it travels back in time whenever it wants to. So I'm getting a conclusion. It itself, the Charizard of Red, was able to Mega Evolve, thus defeating Mewtwo, even if Mewtwo wasn't in one of his in one of his own mega evolutions mega evolutions of himself. Which makes total sense that Mewtwo wouldn't Mega Evolve either, because if Mewtwo had Mega Evolve, and even though if Charizard X, I was fighting him in as Mega Mewtwo X or Mega Mewtwo Y, on my perspective, I think it would have been badass if it was Charizard X versus Mega Charizard X versus Mega Mewtwo X. But thus, again, makes total sense that if that really happened, Mewtwo would have won either way, because Mewtwo was in one of his Mega Evolutions. Again, Mewtwo was in one of his Mega Evolutions. In conclusion, Charizard at Mega Charizard X would have still lost against Mewtwo, because Charizard was fighting against Mewtwo in his Mega Evolution. Well, Mewtwo in his Mega Evolution, that is. So, yeah. So, I'm pretty sure that's what must have happened. So, Red must have went back in time after searching and searching for the legendary Pokemon Celebi itself to help him travel back in time to maybe see his father, which could be Ash Ketchum. So, that must be it, because there was no Mega Evolutions in the Kanto region when they first showed on Pokemon, with Ash Ketchum, of course, being the star. And you see the same character, Gary, known as Green, instead on top of that. In other words, Ash has to be older, because there was no Mega Evolutions when Ash Ketchum first started when they first shown the Kanto region series of Pokemon, which Ash Ketchum himself was in it. So that has to be the only explanation, that they decided to make Pokemon Red, Green, and Blue versions before Pokemon Yellow. Thus, Professor Oak being Gary himself instead, when Red and Green were 10-year-old kids. So, again, it's still pretty cool that will also be making them also be able to get TMs instead. I still don't think how that makes sense, because Ash himself never gotten himself sorry about that. Never gotten himself any TMs in disc forms because there was no such thing needed in those series of Pokemon. In other words, Ash and I might be chewing, but I'm also a little bit of a loss myself because I might have actually discovered the actual mystery. And I'm an 18-year-old who has 4 disabilities: ADHD, PDD, NOS, autism, and actually I also have Tourette's too. And I've actually must have discovered this all from remembering this video that this guy made of what happened to Red and how did he disappear. Maybe I had something to do with it. Nah. So in conclusion, Ash Ketchum is older than Red because Ash never was able to Mega Evolve in the Kanto region. And Red himself also started off his journey in the Kanto region from Palatown. Again, Palatown, Red started his journey from in the Kanto region and was given a mega key with the Mega Stone up for his Charizard, which was actually the Mega Stone for Charizard called, as I said to you before, Charizardite X. So yeah, so that's the only explanation of how Red was able to Mega Evolve his Charizard and to defeat Mewtwo, because even though Mewtwo is a legendary, Mega Charizard X was able to defeat him because Charizard was in its Mega Evolution. Even though Mewtwo is a legendary, Mewtwo was not in his Mega Evolved legendary form, or one of them that is. So it makes perfect sense that Mewtwo would still lose against Charizard because Mewtwo not in Mega Evolution, Charizard in Mega Evolution. That's it. Point taken. Who wins? Mega Charizard X. Which would have been badass though if Mega Charizard X would have still won against Mega Mewtwo X instead. Because Mewtwo getting too cocky. If you know what I mean. So yeah. So hit a comment and a like and subscribe as well on YouTube, and hit a like on your cell phones or click on a little like button on Facebook if you agree with me or not, because that's the sorry about that. That's the only explanation that why Red was able to Mega Evolve his Charizard into Mega Charizard X and win against Mewtwo, because Ash Ketchum is older than Red, and Red is younger than Ash, making the Professor Oak in that movie Gary Oak himself. So this is your anime lover 1997 saying, ha yeah, good night and have a nice year. 2015 rules. Peace.